And here we are. Happy Friday. If you're watching this live, and happy whatever day, if you're not watching it live. One thing, I had a question from a client who texted me this morning. It's Friday, right? I mean, I've been up since 5:30, so I've gotten a lot out of the day already. Anyhow, and her question was, when you do these Fridays, how does it work? Because she only purchased 3 sessions. So I'm speaking to those of you, and there's a few of you who signed up for 3 sessions or 9 sessions or whatever, because I just was having a summer sale. Here's how it works. During the time of we're coaching together, every Friday, you will either be emailed or Facebook messaged. And of course, my ladies in the group always get the Facebook message, the link. And you can attend live or you can watch the replay, and you have that link. It is yours. So save it somewhere. And, 6 months from now, even if you don't know me anymore, which I hope isn't the case, you can always go back and watch it. That will be the case for every week that we're coaching together. Now, for those of you who are in either one of my groups or who are in a 6-month or a year-long program, you not only will get that, of course, every week, but you also get the sheet, the Word doc, that has all the past ones. And that's yours forever, even when we're done coaching. Make sense? I just want to be really clear on that, because someone's like, who texted me said, well, so do I get this every Friday now? But what about when our sessions are done? No, you get it as long as we have sessions. Make sense? Okay, good. So today and normally, if you're new, hello and welcome if you're new. Normally these Fridays are for us to uproot and to bring our attention, not just mentally, we got to get out of our head, to bring our intention and attention to the blocks inside of us, and then pulling them up and getting rid of them. Because no matter what you want out of life, to heal your body, to attract a soulmate, or what most of my clients are here for, to increase their abundance and attract more clients, which is just a vehicle to attract more abundance. Okay. And to attract more abundance is to give you greater inner peace. And the irony of it is, when you have greater peace, you'll have more abundance. We don't see it that way because we're so busy in our brains. And that's okay. I'm here to work with that. So today is different because I'm going to take you through a mini, MINI, process that I'm going to just introduce it to you. And I'm not going to give it to you in its full complexity. If you are interested in its full complexity, well, if you're in my group, if you're in one of my groups, you don't have to worry, because it's going to be included in our modules. And if you're, some of you are in magnetic marketing in my group, in that particular group with my ladies, or some of you are in magnetic marketing with one-on-one. So if that is you, I'm going to have a module, probably it'll be in July, because I've got a lot of videos and things to work on and forms that will be included. Then you'll have the full training. But if you want to use our one-on-one sessions, if you are a private client, we can take this further. I really believe that this collapsing of charges is really, really going to be important for you. Really, really important. And the values work that we're doing as well. And I'm doing that with almost everyone I coach with. So today is going to be a mini session of that, but we are going to do some EFT, because I'm not going to have a Friday where we don't, get some energy out. So we're going to start with the EFT, but then we're going to take it and I'm going to show you this example. Now, I think I told everyone to have a blank piece of paper. If it's lined paper, that's fine. But if it's blank paper, then you can make 5 columns. I don't know if you can see this. Don't worry about what to write on it now. Just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, and I'll explain that and I'll give you more details on how you can take it into your day or weekend, however you want to use it. I want you to think of somebody who really bugs you. Now, when you do this, we're calling this collapsing the charge. When you do this, as you get more proficient at it and as you do the full thing, you can use it for politicians, for activist groups, for whatever you want. But what I have found in my own research is that most of the time we get triggered by people and groups. Okay, think of it. Now, I'm not saying that your fears are not related to money or loss, but that really is about fear. What I'm talking about is your resentments here. So we have resentments and we have fears. Resentments, 95% of the time, they're about people. Think about it. The ex-husband, the lady at Target, my adult daughter. Most of our triggers are people. And what most of us don't want to realize, even though I've been saying it for 25 years now, is that these people are in our lives to remind us, to show us that there are parts of ourselves that we haven't identified with and that we haven't healed. They're just teachers. And this includes murderers. Okay, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but when we're doing the paper, I'll give you a couple of examples. I've witnessed this process with someone who experienced something really, really severe. And so I'll give you a little bit of that too. So in other words, it doesn't matter how bad the person is, it's still the truth. Okay. And I'm not going to get in this morning to the law of polarity, but this has a lot to do with it, because really quickly, the law of polarity tells us there's two sides to everything. So things that we think are really good, we're infatuated with them. And things we think are really, really bad, we resent them. But everything we resent has something to love, and everything we're infatuated with has its drawbacks. And so the way of the spiritual warrior is just to find that balance and peace. Okay. So that's what this is all about. And it'll help you get there. So you don't have to worry about what do I have to read or do? Just follow along. So for right now, I'm going to ask you to pick somebody who bugs the crap out of you. Family member, but make it someone that you have a personal relationship of some kind with, or used to. But make it something that's been recent so that you can get your blood boiling. Because remember, the whole idea with EFT is to feel it. And I want you to think about this person, and it will be the person you'll be doing the exercise on. So I want you to imagine in your mind's eye this person. You can have your eyes open. Just imagine this person. And think about what they did, or what they said, or whatever it is that bugs you about them. And allow yourself to feel the little ripples of anger. We don't want to go for sadness or depression. We want to go for anger. And when you feel that, where in your body do you feel it? Is it in your gut? Is it in your shoulders? Kind of roll your shoulders around. Feel where it is. And I want you to give it a number from 1 to 10. And we're not going to bring it all the way down because I need you to have some juice for the exercise. Okay, so I'm just going to call it, because I don't know if it's a man or a woman, I'm just going to use the pronoun of they, and I'm going to just refer to it as that thing. And it could be the thing they said, or it could be the thing that they did. Okay, so let's tap on this. I'm so angry and frustrated at what they did or said, but I completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm so frustrated and mad about what they said or did, I still completely and absolutely love and accept myself. even though I'm so mad, outraged about what they did or said, just for who they are. I still absolutely and completely love and accept myself. I just feel so mad. This anger, oh, it makes me so mad. The audacity. Who do they think they are? They have no idea. Or maybe they do and they don't care. And that makes it even worse. I just want to cuss them. They're such a-holes. I just can't stand this person. They're just terrible. Makes me so mad. I just want to get this anger out of my body, even if I have to yell it out, because it makes me so mad. But we're not supposed to yell. But if I had that person in front of me and I could get away with it, I'd let them know what I thought about them. You make me so mad. Where do you get off? What nerve? Can you think about someone else for a change? Do you realize the damage that you cause? So angry. So angry. Just breathe it out. Maybe I can get rid of some of this anger. Maybe I can open my mind a little bit. Maybe I can shift my perspective a little bit, but I'm still going to be on guard because I don't trust them. I'm still going to be on guard, but I'm going to open my mind just a little bit. Just a little bit. Can I take a deep breath in? And that should have brought it down a little bit. Now we're going to go to our handy dandy paper. And if you haven't made 5 columns, that's okay. At the top, remember it's landscape. You're doing it landscape, not like this, but like this. I want you to number 1 on the far left side. And I'm only going to give you several seconds because this is a YouTube live. It's not interactive. And I'm only going to have you write 3 things for each of these entries. Okay, just 3. But you have to come up with 3 for all of them. So on this first one, I want you to come up with 3 traits, number 1, 2, 3, of traits that that person has that you like. I don't care how far you have to dig. Traits that you like. As you're thinking, I'll give you the example of someone who was dealing with a murder. The person also had a family who was a really good provider. That had nothing to do with the person, that the fact that they murdered someone. That was a good trait. Okay, so even if you have to dig, and I'm going to tell you, the harder you tell me, I can't find anything. You know, when you have time this weekend, tap more on it because there are things. Every living soul, even Hitler, had traits that were positive. Definitely the bad ones may have outweighed the good ones, but I want you to come up with 3 traits you like about that person or that are favorable. Okay. Now I'm going to move on. If you don't get 3, you got to go back because here's the thing. When you're doing this for reals, you got to come up with 10 or 20. And I know it's going to be hard, and that's why we're not sitting here. This is not a workshop. This is just giving you this tool so you can start using it because it's so helpful. Okay, number 2, the next in the column. Who do you know by way of initials? Come up with 3 that sees those good traits in you. And don't put everybody. Like if you put, he's nice sometimes. Don't put everyone. Traits of people who see that trait in you. So if this one is nice, give me an initial of someone who thinks you're nice. If the next trait you put for that person is they care about their family, give me an initial of someone who thinks you care about your family. The last one on the 3 of traits you like is they have work ethics. Give me the initial of someone that thinks you have work ethics. Okay? So you should have 3. Line number 3. This is going to be easy for you. 3 things, 3 traits that you dislike about this person. And don't make them activities. I don't like the day that he yelled at me. That's not a trait. What's the trait that you didn't like? Was it angry outburst? What's the trait? You can look at the activity to remind you, but what is the trait? John DeMartini says there's 4,000 human traits. So you just need to come up with 3 for right now. What are the traits? 3 traits you don't like about him. Okay, you're not going to like this next one. Whoo, baby, this next one's hard. Column 4. What are 3 benefits going right across to, so it's 1 each, to those traits? So like if number 1 of a trait you don't like was angry outburst, what is a benefit of that trait? You might not even get all 3 for this one because this is hard. It's hard to find the good and the bad, but it's there. Even if the benefit is, I learned never to yell at my kids, but you've got to find a benefit for each of the traits you didn't like. You got to find a benefit of it. Okay. We're going to move on. I'm not going to give you a lot more time. And the final column, number 5. You ready? By the way of initials for each of those, so only 3. Who sees that trait in you? So if in column 3, the trait you disliked was angry outburst, and in the benefit, you said it taught me that I didn't want to be angry, who sees that in you? Who sees when you have an angry outburst? And then when we're doing column 4, it's important as you grow this, because I'm going to encourage you to do at least 10 or 20 for each of these when you have your own time. It's important that you just don't say the whole way through, I learned I don't want to do that. I learned I don't want to do that. There are other hidden benefits. And it depends how deep you go with this work and with me and what I'm really bringing into my work and into my new model or my evolving model is that we have to see the good and the bad, and we have to see the bad and the good. And I don't mean that like, why would I want to see the bad and the good? But as Buddha said, that's where we get calmness. I could talk about that all day, but that's not what we're here for. So who sees those traits in you? And so I witnessed one where someone was an example in one of these trainings I'm doing, where a woman, you know, her husband molested his stepdaughter, her daughter. And she was really struggling to do this because when you go through the experience, you have to come up with, like I said, 20. And she was really struggling, but she was able to really dig inside and see that if you narrow down the trait, not the molestation, but the trait involved, overpowering someone who is, you know, less powerful, that she had been doing that to her staff. So you see, this is deep shit. This is deep shit, but it's also breakthrough stuff. Okay. So when you have those 3, when you can recognize that every single person that you don't like, and you can do this process, go for 10 or 20, you will come to see that the bad is not so bad because there's benefit in it. And the good is the traits that you also possess. And as those 2 come together, they kind of dissolve. And what happens? Your problems with that person dissolve because your perception has shifted. And like Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you see something, the something that you see changes. This is why, oh my gosh, I had a coaching call with one of my clients who might be on here today. Last week, one of my new private clients, and, you know, with marriage concerns. And she's like, I need to do something to fix him. No, you don't. You need to do this work. You need to fix your perception. As soon as you fix your perception and you can make logical, non-emotional choices and decisions, number 1, you're going to see him in a whole new way. And then from that place, you can decide, is this someone I want to be with or not? And make it completely non-emotional and non-reactive. But right now, and this is why people get divorced, is because we're not divorcing our partner, we're divorcing our parent that the partner reminds us of on a deep unconscious level. So this brings it up. Okay. So hopefully you found this helpful, and I want to close because I want to make sure you get your money's worth here. I want to close with we're going to do a little gong. I want you to close your eyes for me. And let's just take a deep breath in. Let it out with a sigh, eyes closed. One more deep. Just keep your eyes closed and just let this wave just ride on this wave. One more deep breath in and let it out with a sigh. Let's do one more. Eyes closed, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it and let it out with a sigh. Okay, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you for being here. I hope you got something out of this, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Have a nice weekend.